Sharon Catherine Blanks, and welcome to the Love It List. I was going to do a completely different show this week. We were going to talk about some fun things and where I get these armbands, and we're still going to do that just on another show. But the salmonella outbreak has been on everybody's mind. Billy and I are very concerned about it. You know, we're the parents of a 6-year-old son. And I want to read some statistics to you that I wrote down. I just want to tell you that since this began, over 500 million eggs have been recalled. Over 500 million. And if you want to just narrow this down to California, since this is where we take the show, there have been 266 confirmed cases in California, including 43 in Los Angeles County. A lawsuit has been filed on behalf of an 11-year-old girl here in California who got sick in early July, and she was hospitalized for several days. I mean, this is very frightening as a mom to hear. I'm sure she can't be the only child that got sick. How this all got started is I went to Ralph's grocery store. I was looking for a fruit and vegetable wash, and they carry this product called Eat Cleaner now, and I wanted to do the research on it and see what it was all about. I tried it. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. I got to know the founder, and I'm so grateful for that. She really is an amazing woman who taught me a lot in a very small amount of time, and I want to now pass that along to you. This is actually an extended version of the Love It List because so much information was given. I didn't want to cut it out, so I really want you guys to focus in. This is not done to scare you. I want to enlighten you guys because I've been enlightened, and I feel irresponsible if I don't pass this along. You know, Billy and I teach dance with me, and when our students come in, we don't want them to be the same leaving as when they came in. We always want to send them out better and knowing more about their body, about their health, about fitness. It's the same with the Love It List. And I want to say a special shout out to all the moms and dads too who may be watching. This product is for everyone. But if you have children, you're going to be concerned in a different way because you want to start them off. You want to give them a better foundation than maybe we all had. I want to say hello to my friend Donna Grossman-Benish, who is a mother of 3 adorable girls. She has a wonderful husband, and they have their own garden. So you may think that if you have your own garden, you don't really need this product. But trust me, whether you are buying your vegetables and fruits in a grocery store or whether you're growing your own, this is information you need to hear. You are going to want to start using Eat Cleaner, I promise you. I hope you enjoy. Hey guys, I am with Maria Ibrahim, the founder of Eat Cleaner Food Wash. Now you guys know it doesn't make it on the Love It List unless I love it. But right now I can actually add a level to this. I need it. This is going to be the first item of the need it list. Tell me a little bit about how you got started.
Great. Well, I'm a food marketer. I've been a foodie my whole life, but my dad is an environmental scientist, and he has a master's in agriculture. And based on my natural foods background, you know, the two of us together had a lot of similarities in our beliefs, and one of them was the food that we eat is not necessarily clean when it gets to us.
No.
And foodborne illness can be devastating to a family, not to mention pesticide residue that we're eating, wax that traps bacteria and pesticides underneath. So there had to be a better way to clean. And 78 million cases of foodborne illness every year.
That's ridiculous.
And the numbers are not going down. So we created a formula that would put food safety and savings into your own hands. And I'll tell you a little bit about the savings part because that's the fun.
Yes.
But it really came from my father, and my father was diagnosed with cancer about 4.5 years ago. He's made a full recovery, but it was at that moment that I said, we need to bring his vision to life because it's been in the works for about 25 years now.
That's frightening statistics. And there's a lot of deaths. I mean, you're saying illnesses, but people die every year.
Yeah, and 78 million reported cases. For every case that goes reported, about 27 to 28 cases go unreported. 5,000 deaths on average per year. Statistics show that about 80% of those illnesses could have been prevented with proper food handling. So, you know, when you go out to eat, you want to make sure that they're taking extra precautions to make sure that your food is safe. Because
Yes.
I'll tell you a personal story about a friend of mine who became paralyzed after eating tainted ahi tuna that was cross-contaminated with raw poultry. It actually paralyzed her, and for 8 months she could not move. She was in a wheelchair. So it literally shut down her nervous system. And when you go out to eat, you just assume that it's going to be handled properly, that it's safe for you, but you can't assume. You really have to think before you bite it.
And I can tell, yeah, I love that slogan of yours, think before you bite it. So walk us through all of these products before we get to use them.
Okay, sure, yeah. And you know, I think what's important is we recognize people have a variety of different dietary needs, and they cook differently, they live their lives differently. So we wanted to create solutions that would fit everybody, no matter how you eat. So we have the spray, which is very easy to use. Basically, you just spray, let it soak for 2 minutes, and rinse. The wipes are great because you can take these, like you said.
I do. I have them in my purse.
You take them on the road, and you know, we created these because fortunately my kids love fresh fruit, and we would go to the grocery store and they're always hungry.
Right.
So I want to give them an apple, but how do I clean it? Just, you know, a little casual scrub on my shirt's not going to work, and a little quick rinse in the water's not going to work because I know the water's just going to bead up on there.
That's right. Check this out. This is amazing. Seafood and poultry. We're going to talk about that a little later.
Kale, for example, probably one of the best foods that you can eat.
That's right, yeah.
But it's also on the Environmental Working Group's Dirty Dozen list.
Tell us about that Dirty Dozen.
Yeah, the Dirty Dozen list is the top sprayed fruits and vegetables. So they're sprayed with pesticides, and we know in commercial agriculture, pesticides help to keep the pests away.
Right.
So you want to take extra care to really make sure that those are clean. And what is reassuring to know is a lot of the pesticide actually does sit on the surface. Not to get too technical, but pesticides have half-lives. They are sometimes water soluble. What is remaining is usually not water soluble. So if you use our product, which helps to dissolve through the fat-soluble pesticides, which water can't do.
Yeah, myth number one.
Water can't do.
Water can't get rid of that stuff.
Yeah.
If it rains and the crop has a good rain, your vegetables are not pesticide-free.
Yeah, and you know, also know that about 80% of all fruits and vegetables are waxed. Again, water will not permeate a waxy surface.
Right.
And proof positive in the apples, right?
Cucumbers that are really shiny, and when you go to pick them up, they slip through your fingers. Ew! I want to get to another myth. This one is huge for me. I want to bust this wide open. When you see packages with the phrase triple wash, already washed, ready to go, ready to eat, be afraid. Be very afraid. Yes, well, I know that seems a little over the top, but it isn't, because you should not put anything into your body that is not thoroughly clean. Wait, I love the way Maria puts this. The whole just water alone being okay. Why is that not okay?
Well, think about it. I mean, what do we wash with just water alone? The last time I checked, water was a rinse. It wasn't a way to wash. So we don't wash our cars with just water. We don't wash our bodies with just water. We don't even wash our dishes with just water.
Right.
But here we're putting food that's been sprayed, waxed, trucked, handled by at least 20 different sets of hands into our mouths without washing it.
Hey, check this out. I'm in my Eat Cleaner apron. Check it. Check it. You know I'm a fitness fashionista, so you know I have to roll like this. It's very cool. It's comfortable too. We're going to do some stuff, so I wanted to make sure I was all prepared.
What I love to do is just to kind of show the visual, because we talk about it, and sometimes people hear and they're like, sounds great, but really, does it really work? I want you to see it with your own two eyes.
Right.
Broccoli is a great one to test because literally it takes the gray away. And broccoli is not meant to be gray. It is actually a green vegetable. While I'm spraying this side, I want you to take this water and just pour a little bit over the top.
Yes, for those of you who believe that water is enough.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So let's see what happens. What's going
First
on
of
over
all,
there?
the water is bouncing off, okay?
Right.
So it's
Now,
not
do
even
you know why it's doing that?
because it has a whole bunch of yucky stuff
It's
on
a
it
lot
to
of
make
wax.
sure. Look,
It's a lot of wax.
look at this right here.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
So when we talked about wax being fat soluble and not water soluble, that is the perfect demonstration. Now, why is it so important to remove wax? Even though wax is food grade, the problem is wax seals pesticide residue, bacteria, and other potential contaminants under the surface. So if you don't remove the wax, you're not doing anything.
Right.
You're in effect not really washing this. Now, when it comes to apples or other things that are waxed that you could peel, potentially you could remove the peel, but who wants to remove the peel? That's where all the fiber
right, yeah.
and the nutrients are. Certainly you're not going to peel broccoli,
Right.
and you're not going to peel grapes.
Right.
You're not going to peel a plum. You want to eat the whole fruit,
Absolutely.
but you want an effective way to do
I
that.
still have my